Hello universe, welcome to my channel. Today I will tell you about 5 Korean movie that I saw on Netflix. So yes, keep watching. This is my point of view with the French Netflix, but I know that the American Netflix is more choice, so yes. Forgotten is a thriller directed by Jang Hang-joon, released in November 2017. The movie features the story of 2 brothers. One of them is kidnapped. He reappears after 19 days but doesn't remember anything. His behavior becomes more and more strange and his brother intends to find out what happened. This movie is a masterpiece. It is one of the best movie I had the opportunity to see in my life, and with a breathtaking storyline, it takes us from surprise to surprise. The story seems banal and yet the scenario was perfectly well put together and with intelligence. The main characters are Kim Moo-yeol in the role of Yoo-sok and Ha Nul-kang in the role of Jin-sok. I saw the movie in November 2018 on Netflix and honestly I loved it, even my brother was into it. At first, to be honest, I watched the movie just because there was Kim Moo-yeol that I discovered in the series My Beautiful Bride, and I don't regret my decision. Honestly, out of 10, I give this movie a 9. The Villainess is a drama thriller directed by Jang Byung-gil, who was released in June 2017, sneaks by an intelligence agency after the assassination of his father. Sookie is a machine to kill. In order to gain her freedom, she is engaged as a sleeping agent. In the main characters we have Sookie played by Kim Ok-ven, Hyun-soo played by Sung Joon, and Jung Blood played by Shin Ha-kyun. In this movie is mixed action, explosive fighting scene and typical Korean drama, in short everything I like. The director and the cameraman did an absolutely amazing job. If you are like me, an action, dramatic and romantic movie fan, I recommend this one. Some did not like the romance and found the movie too slow, but I don't share this opinion and I loved it. I even saw people compare the movie with Nikita. 10 out of 10 for me. The Chase is a crime thriller directed by Kim Hong-sun, released in 2017. This is the adaptation of the webtoon Aradong Last Cowboy. We're following an unfriendly owner of an old building in Aradong that reminds almost every day to its tenants to pay their rent. This owner, who is also a locksmith, learns around his neighborhood the mysterious disappearance of old people found inert in various places. The rumors say that the city hides a serial killer that the police themselves ignore the identity. Suddenly an inspector appears who asks for help from the owner. For him, he is the same murderer as 30 years ago. For 2 hours the chase remains captivating, and with his touching anti-hero duo, whether in suspense or in the relationship between the characters, everything is well done and the acting is really good. This is a very good movie that I absolutely loved. Honestly, I have not much to say about this movie except that it's really good and funny, but the thriller is there. I recommend it, it is really good. 8 out of 10. Hide and Seek. It's not Korean, but I put it in the list because there is also a Korean version of the film. Personally, I saw the Chinese version. I do not know if there is any difference in both versions, but if you have or are going to look at the Korean version, give me your opinion in the comments. Anyway. While leading a comfortable life with his wife and children, a man who has the phobia of microbes discovers that his brother may have committed an atrocious crime. Hide and Seek is an enigmatic thriller directed by Lu Ji and released in November 2016. For my part, I really liked the movie. The scenario is really good, the actors played really well. The atmosphere is well brought. Some did not like the second part of the movie. This to say when we discover who is the antagonist, but I loved it. Throughout the movie I imagined who can be the villain, and at no time I thought about this character. I will not give you the names of the actors because our dear friends the voice will check them, but basically these are the characters. Well, it's a thriller, super well done. I really liked watching this movie. I recommend you at 1000%. 26 Years is a dramatic thriller of 2012 based on the popular 2006 manhwa directed by Cho Jun-hyeon. It's the story of 5 ordinary citizens who assemble to assassinate the person responsible for the massacre of innocent civilians in Gwangju in May 1980. 26 Years revolves around the Gwangju massacre, a landmark event in South Korea's history, where thousands of civilians were killed by the military on the orders of the president. The starting point of Jo Kyun-hyun's film is going to be to place the plot 26 years later, from the point of view of 3 Gwangju children, one of whose parents was killed during the tragedy. I admit that I was a little afraid that the quality of the film is not great as it dates from 2012. But not at all, the film is good quality, nothing to say this side. On the other hand, it is true that the action takes time to take place, but other than that, nothing to say. I went through all the emotions watching the movie: disgust, anger, sadness at times, and I even laughed. I recommend it to you. Here are 2 other Korean movie I watched on Netflix but I didn't really like them. The Drug King. This movie is really well done, the quality is there, honesty I have nothing to say on this side, but the story in itself, there was nothing crazy, there is nothing that makes me shake or jumped off my couch, like didn't loved it but I didn't hate it, it was fine. The story of this movie made me think a lot about another one. The Office. I didn't really like the quality of the movie. The action was too slow, I found this movie way too slow, I didn't get attached to the characters. The story itself is interesting, but when we see the scene in the office it's even slower and annoying. The movie failed to captivate me, I didn't even finish it. I forgot to tell you about Bittersweet, a Chinese movie. I know what you thought, but this movie is really good, I have to recommend it to you. This is the story of a young delivery man meeting a surgeon who looks strangely like his sister, who has disappeared since childhood. I will not lie, the story at the beginning is slow, the plot takes time to put this up. The script is well worked and the quality of the film is really good. If you are someone who is looking for an explosive film, this film is not for you. Bittersweet is a calm film but the action is present, the actor who plays the main role has really played well. On the miniature he reminded me a lot of Kyung-soo. The main role is played by Lee Tari, but he is credited nowhere. In the credits of the film he is named as Lee Ma-in-ho even in the band. I had a lot of trouble finding the trailer, so I put link in description. That's it for this video guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to express yourself in the comment. Like and subscribe.